You know, it's something that I recently, we had Tony Yayo on, and it's something that I gotta credit you for. So it's like, y'all guys were so loyal to the brand, so loyal to what y'all was repping. Did that ever like come back and haunt you? Because Yayo said, I asked him, he said, it's still haunting me.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, things that I've done back then, it definitely still haunts me to today. I mean, in different type of ways. It's not as bad as they used to do, but we was doing a lot for the sake of the Dipset. Okay. You heard? We did a lot, and we put it all on the line for our brand, and that was the greatest thing that we could ever have did, and I had a ball doing it. And I would do it all again the same way with nothing different if they gave me another chance to do it.
Anything you regret?
I don't have no regrets. I take my lessons from the things that I did that I should have did better. But for the most part, I don't have no regrets. This is a mission in life that God gave me, and I'm gonna do it to the fullest.
Even Nas Koofy?
Oh, Koofy list is still around if people want to play with me.
Did you ever meet Nas afterwards?
Shout out to Nas. I never got to. Did I ever got to see Nas? I never got to sit down and have a conversation with Nas and things like that. I had called you about it and things like that. That was like still one of the people that I never got to have a conversation throughout my history of rap and things like that. I think I would love to have a conversation with Nas. I wouldn't know if he knows it, but Nas was one of my all-time favorite rappers coming up and things like that.
I've heard you say that.
Since the barbecue and things like that. Like he really put the whole dope boy rap, crack hustler, get fresh rap into perspective before anybody else. Before I heard Jay do it, before I heard anybody else, like he changed the cadence of rap into a whole different steam. Like he's the one that broke the camel's back when it came to artists like, to me, when it came to artists like Big Daddy Kane and all these artists that came right before him. Like after Nas came with that, they started to fade out, and then Jay, Fat Joe, like all of these rappers that are spitting about the life that we was really starting to live right now and how it was changing. Like this is, you know what I mean? So that's how I felt about that whole little situation and shit like that.
Right. So how hard is it, right? You having that love and you saying what you're saying, and then you get a call, yo, they diss, because I believe it was me, Cam. I was a part of the diss that he dissed. You know that, right? He dissed me, Cam, Nelly, and Angie Martinez. So how hard was that when did you get a phone call or was it you calling Cam saying
it wasn't even a thought I even thought about. It was just like,
let's go.
Did Allen Iverson cross Michael Jordan up? Did he give him the business when he got on that court? I understood the assignment. As soon as we got signed to the game, I understood that nobody was no longer my idol anymore. They were my rivals, and we had to treat it as that. And that's the way we attacked the game. Like it was nobody bigger than the set. That's what Cam was serious about and things like that. He as crazy as Cam could be at sometimes, he's a very smart, calculated, premeditated, like he's a demon when it comes to doing music and it comes to the whole blueprint of what we did. Like, you know what I mean? Like this whole diplomat thing, he really kept us together and showed us a lot of discipline when it came to it. I mean, as far as the music and keeping our bars up, like Cam used to make us write music every day and shit like that. Like, because he knew what it took at the time to become an artist. And at that time, bars were more important than anything. You had to be able to rap, and you had to, niggas was freestyling all over the place and shit like that. You might go in the Nori studio and the session might work out. So it was like a lot of different things that he instilled in us early that I kept with me all the way to this day and shit like that.
All right. So did you ever worry about, like, you know, you making a record against Nas? This is one of the greatest MCs of all time. Are you worried about his response, or that's something you won't even think about?
I wasn't even caring about the response. I was caring about the action. I was worried about the street. Where they at? What's next? How y'all want to do this? Like that, I would like at the time the rapping and things like that was more of a Cam thing, and I just always had a way of talking. And Cam used to always tell me, boy, if you could rap the way you talk and act outside, you gonna get some money. And he would do little things like that. That's why you hear me doing all the talking in between the record and shit like that. You know what I mean? So
definitely a professional shit talker.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the game? Is it making the music or performing the records?
I hate performing the records.
You hate performing it?
Hate.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Like making it better?
I mean, I like doing the music, and I mean, it's a love-hate thing to me with performances and things like that. You know what I mean?
I would have never thought that. I would have lost the bet.
You would have lost the bet?
I would have thought, because I just, you know, doing my research and recently
say like hate it, but it's just like I don't know how to explain it and things like that. I be definitely trying to, it's like homework to me. I be trying to get off the stage as fast as I get on the stage.
Wow.
It's not as easy as it looks.
I mean, still, not even after all these years and things like that. I mean, I'm still in my comfort zone when I am on stage. And don't get me wrong, I've had some incredible shows and and we go into the fullest and shit like that. But I still get a little bit of butterflies and shit like that when I go up there driving to the show. I be like, damn, man, you dig?
It's crazy because I seen you at Lovers and Friends. You go back to that. I seen you and Jewels at Lovers and Friends. So I stood there and I just watched it, and I felt like y'all was enjoying yourself. Like there's certain people that I watch. I can't say their name. But they get on stage, as soon as they get off, they throw the mic and they just angry because they're there because they have to pay their bills. They're not there because they want to. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at you and Jewels, I'm like, damn, it was so natural to me. I would have never thought.
I gotta pay the bills too, but it ain't like it's like my back is against the wall. I'm definitely going for the bag. But when it comes to performances and things like that, it's levels. Like you go to certain places, you're like, I gotta go up to level 8.
Right.
Oh, I gotta go up to level. That was a level 10. Like now we gotta go up to level 10.
Right.
You heard? It ain't no way about it and things like that. That's just the whole mentality. As soon as I grab the mic, I'm on 10.
What's your number one place to perform at?
Like what you mean?
Like me, I can never have a bad show in Connecticut. I can never have a bad show in Philadelphia. Like I don't give a fuck. I can have a pimple on my eye like this. Philly's still coming out for me. Connecticut's still coming out for me.
I mean, the Midwest be pretty strong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They be pretty strong for the kid. You know, New York is a given. Connecticut is a given. I like that the East Coast pocket, like it gets tricky when you start going to the West Coast, and you know the music is different out there. And if you don't got no hits that they could know because they was on the radio and everybody know, then it's like you just rapping and they looking at you like, yeah, all right. So I gotta do a whole show, and I might have 5 or 6 songs that
they know,
everybody know, but I gotta do 15 songs for the rest of the 50 songs. They like. Until you get one song, they're like, oh yeah,
I see it don't perform.
Yo, like what?
I don't see it don't perform. And no, like yo, he look at Butch, he like yo, put that reggaeton shit on. That shit.
You gotta know how to switch
I look at the crowd, I cheat immediately. I be like, oh, they ain't feeling this
I go in the crowd participation like a motherfucker. I'll make sure you still got the hottest records and wherever you at that you can play and shit like that, get them back in the soul, you know. But it's the road, man. You know how the road is, man.
Hell yeah.
I think the new generation got it worse because they just like something for a minute, boom, it's over. They want to hear the next new shit. You know what
I don't know. I listen. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. My son took me to a concert with an artist by the name of Lucky from Chicago. Y'all know who Lucky is from Chicago?
So we gonna act like we know him though, because we want to be hip. That's Lucky. I like it. Shout out to Lucky.
Lucky is popping. Like he had I forgot the name of the club that's off the West Side Highway. He had that shit ran wall to wall, sold out. These kids were singing every word for word for the whole duration of while he was up there. And I did not know who this kid was at all.
How the hell
my son was asking me to go to this concert for months, and then he like, yo, you gonna come with me? I said, yeah, why not? Because I was curious to know who this kid was. And when they went in there, boy, them kids was going crazy. I'm talking mosh pitting, going crazy, singing every word to this shit, bro. Like, yo, bro, they got these young kids got their shit together. Like, you know, we so caught up in our ways, but not caught up in our ways. That's how we came up. We used to the radio. We used to, we know what a hit is because we hear it all over the place. Like, nah, like, I watched a couple thousands of kids singing word for word records that I didn't even know none of them. I'm talking, I didn't know not one record that kid was singing, and all the kids was rapping word for word.